Hello medicos. Today I will discuss about the anatomy and physiology of the liver. First of all, I will discuss about the lobes, segments and surfaces of the liver. Like you all know, four lobes are present. Two lobes like right lobes, left lobes, and also quadrate lobes and quadrate lobes are present. And also I will discuss about the segments of the liver, like eight type of segments, how these segments are formed, and also surfaces of the liver like diaphragmatic surface and visceral surface. After that, I will discuss about the blood supply to the liver. There are dual type of the blood circulation occur by the liver, like first is occur by the hepatic artery and second by the portal vein through the portal circulation. After that, I will discuss about the ligaments of the liver. You all know, like different type of the ligament connected with the liver, like falciform ligament, coronary ligament, ligament teres, ligament venosum, and triangular ligament. So I will discuss this in the detail. After that, I will discuss about the functions of liver. There are many functions occur by the liver, like detoxification, metabolism, storage, and different type of the functions. So please focus on the diagram which I will make. So let's start the video. You all know some characteristic feature of the liver, like it is a largest gland of our body and it's lie in the right hypochondric region, epigastric region and left hypochondric region. You all know that the abdominal cavity divided into the 9 regions, like epigastric region, umbilical region and hypogastric region. In the right of epigastric region is called right hypochondric region, in the left is called left hypochondric region, in the right of the umbilical region is called right lumbar region and the left is called left lumbar region. In the hypogastric region, right part is called right iliac region and the left part is called left iliac region. But liver are present in the right hypochondric region, epigastric region and left hypochondric region. Here is the position of the liver occur. So this is the characteristic features of the liver. Now I will discuss about the lobes and segments of the liver. It is very important because some students didn't understand about the lobes and segments of liver, how these segments divided. So first of all, I will discuss how these segments are divided. You see this diagram. In this diagram, there are 8 segments are present in the liver. You see this. There are 8 segments: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, 8. There are total 8 segments and 4 lobes present in the liver. You will not see the all 4 lobes from the anterior view, because this is the anterior view of the liver. This is the anterior view and this is the posterior view of the liver. So first of all, I will see anterior view. After that, I will see posterior view and explain you. So anterior view of the liver, it's only visible the right part of the liver and the left part of the liver. Here is the right part of the liver. I will write here is the right part of the liver and this is the left part of the liver. And in the and it is a anterior, I will write it is a anterior view, and this is the posterior view. So in the anterior view, you will see only the right part of the liver and the left part of the liver, because in the some books it written only 2 lobes of the liver, but there are more 2 lobes are present in the liver. Like here in the it is visible in the posterior portion, like this is the caudate lobe of the liver and this is the quadrate lobe of the liver. These are the 2 lobes also present in the liver. So if anyone will ask to you how many lobes in the liver, there are 4 lobes in the liver: right lobes of the liver, left lobes of the liver, quadrate lobes of the liver and quadrate lobes of liver. So now I will explain this how these lobes form. First of all, I will make a diagram so you will understand it very easily. Like I will make liver diagram. Yeah, I will choose other color. Here is the I will make liver. This is the liver. This is the part of the liver. Here 3 hepatic veins. 3 hepatic vein passes in this. Here is the inferior vena cava present and 3 hepatic veins are passes. 3, it's 1, it's 2, and it's 3 hepatic vein. It is the right hepatic vein of the liver. Right hepatic vein. It is the middle hepatic vein, and this is the left hepatic vein. There are 3 veins present in the liver: right hepatic vein, middle hepatic vein, and left hepatic vein. These divide the liver into the it, and also one portal veins present. One portal vein. I will also show this. This is one portal vein also present here. Portal vein comes like this, and this portal vein present in the liver, and it's divided the liver into the 8 segments. You see this in 8 segment of the liver. Here I will write the name of the segments like 8 segment. Where is the 8 segment? This is the first segment of liver, this second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8. Please learn always that you will learn the name of the segment from the clockwise direction. First of all, start from the one segment, and then after clockwise direction you will learn. This is the segment liver. You will analyze this. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. This is the clockwise direction. So there are 8 segments in the liver divided due to the hepatic veins and portal vein. Due to the portal vein and hepatic vein, these are the 8 segments in the liver. I will show in this diagram. Here is the inferior vena cava. This is the right hepatic vein. This is the middle hepatic vein. This is the left hepatic vein, and this is the portal vein. This divided liver into the 8 segments. In the 8 segments of the liver, first segment, this is the first segment, is called caudate lobe of liver, and 4 segment are 2 part, 4A and 4B. There are 2 parts of the 4 segment. I will write in this diagram. This is the 4A part, and this is the 4B part. So largest segment in the liver is the 4 segment. If anyone asks you which is the largest segment of the liver in 8 segment, so 4 part is the 4 segment is the largest segment. First segment is not visible from anterior view, because I said you that caudate lobe which are present in the posterior view, visible in the posterior. So first segment is not visible in the anterior region. You will see this is present in the inside. Look inside. So it is present in the posterior region, not in the anterior region. So total 8 segments are present in the liver, and 4 lobes are present. 4 lobes. How these 4 lobes? This is the right lobes of the liver, this is the left lobes of the liver, and 2 lobes are present in the posterior position, caudate lobes and quadrate lobes. Quadrate lobe, mostly it is a part of posterior part of the 4B segment. When you will see the posterior part of the 4B segment, it's visible like quadrate type. So it is a quadrate lobe. It's called quadrate lobe. Now I will differentiate. Main difference he will ask caudate lobe and quadrate lobe, because right lobes and left lobes are not main features. Not you need to learn everything, but we need to learn the caudate lobe and quadrate lobe of the liver. So first of all, I will discuss caudate lobes and quadrate lobes of the liver. Caudate lobes and quadrates lobe of the liver. So in the caudate lobes of the liver, we'll change color. In the caudate lobes of the liver, you will see this is visible like a comma shape. This is the comma shape visible. This is the comma like. So it's called caudate. Caudate means comma like visible. So it's called caudate lobe of the liver. So I will write it's a comma shaped, and this is a quadrate like visible. You see, this is a quadrate like visible, and this is a comma like visible. So this is a quadrate lobes. So I will write this quadrangular shape. The shape of this is a quadrangular shape. Second point is this is it is a smallest lobe. I already said you it is a smallest lobe present in the posterior position of the liver. So it is a smallest lobe. I will write it is a smallest lobe, and where is present? It is present posterior surface of the liver, not anterior. It's visible in the posterior view, and this caudate lobe also present in the posterior view, also visible in the posterior. So this is also present in the posterior most portion. Third point, it is a present. Where is the caudate lobe present? So you will see this caudate lobe are present between the inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava, and the second is the ligament venosum. This is the ligament venosum. When in exam, when he will ask where is the caudate lobe present, caudate lobe are present in the posterior most portion of the liver, and it is present between, like sandwich. It is a sandwich between venous ligament and also the inferior vena cava. So please learn this. It is a sandwiched like between this, sandwiched between inferior vena cava and ligamentum venosum. So please learn this. This is the present between the inferior vena cava and the ligamentum venosum. Like this same caudate lobe. Caudate lobe are present between, where is the caudate lobe are present? Caudate lobe are present between the gallbladder. Here is the gallbladder. On the right side, you will see on the right side gallbladder, and on the left side is present the round ligament. It also called ligament teres. So it is present sandwich between. It is a sandwiched between gallbladder and round ligament or ligament of teres. Any name you will learn, because both are same name. It is a sandwich between the gallbladder and the here is the gallbladder and the round ligament of the liver. So please learn this. And I already said that this is present on the posterior 4b. This is the 4b, so it is present in the posterior 4b. If he will ask, then you will learn this is present behind the posterior of the 4b segments of the liver. So please learn this caudate lobe and quadrate lobe difference, because there is no problem occur in the right lobe of the liver and left lobe of the liver. The problem when he will ask about the caudate lobe and the quadrate lobe, because it is present in the posterior most portion, so not visible from the anterior view, and examiner ask from this caudate lobe and quadrate lobe. So first of all, caudate lobe is the comma shape and quadrate lobe is the quadrangular shape, because it is a comma like visible and it is a quadrangular like visible. Second is the smallest lobe. I already said smallest lobe. First lobe is the smallest lobe. It also seen here. First lobe is the smallest lobe. First segment is the smallest segment and also called first lobe, and it is present in the posterior portion. I already said this present in the posterior portion, and quadrate lobe also present in the posterior portion. It is a quadrate lobe. It is present sandwich between the inferior vena cava in the right portion and the venous ligament in present in the leftmost portion of the liver. It is a left portion. So it is a sandwich between inferior vena cava and the ligamentum venosum. And the quadrate lobe is a present between the gallbladder in the right portion and the round ligament or ligament of teres in the left portion. So and also quadrate lobe present behind the 4b segment. And please learn this segment present behind the 4a. So I will also write caudate lobe present behind 4a, because it's you will also see here is the 4a segment and here is the caudate lobe. So caudate lobe visible in the behind the 4a, while quadrate lobe present behind the 4b. So please learn then 4 segment divided in 2 part, 4a and 4b, because it's large segment. So when in examination any segment he will ask, so please learn this. And this is the very good trick. You will learn only clockwise direction, so you will write all segment name easily. So in the right segment, right lobe of the liver, you will learn 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th segment, and in the left lobe of the liver 1, 2, 3, 4. But sometime when in the examination he will ask first lobe are present in which lobe, so it's included in both right lobes of the liver and left lobe of the liver. So please check the option. When it's the optional examination, then please check the option how we need to choose the answer. So this is the lobes of the liver and the segments of the liver. I will discuss surfaces of the liver. You all know that there are two main surfaces of the liver, diaphragmatic surface and visceral surface of the liver. Diaphragmatic surface, you will see here is the diaphragmatic surface. Why called diaphragmatic surface? Because you will know liver is present below the diaphragma level. Here is the diaphragma present, after that below the diaphragma liver is present, so it is called diaphragmatic surface of the liver because it contact with the diaphragma of the, even it is present between the diaphragma which divided the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. So first is the diaphragmatic surface and second is the visceral surface. Visceral surface, this is the visible, this is the visceral surface of the liver. It is present in the posterior inferior surface of the liver. It is present in the posterior inferior surface of the liver and it is present in the anterior superior surface of the liver. So I will write it is present in the, it is an anterior superior surface of the liver because it visible surface of the liver, anterior superior surface of the liver, and this is present, it is a posterior inferior surface of liver. Only learn this name when he will ask how many surface of the liver. There are two surfaces, diaphragmatic surfaces and the visceral surfaces of the liver. Diaphragmatic surfaces is the anterior superior portion because it's close to the diaphragma, and anterior portion, so it is a anterior superior portion of the liver, surface of the liver. And the second is the visceral surface. Visceral surface where present? Posterior inferior surface. This is the visceral surface. This is present in the posterior inferior surface of the liver. So there are two surfaces, diaphragmatic and the visceral surfaces. Now I will discuss ligaments of the liver. They are very important. These are very important because in examination when he will give 4 ligaments, 5 ligament, and he will ask about the which ligament is not present in the liver. So please learn all the ligament. These are ligament which connection with the liver. First of all, I will discuss falciform ligament. Here is the falciform ligament. This is the falciform ligament present in the liver, and it attaches the liver to the anterior abdominal wall and the diaphragma. Here is the diaphragma present, and it attaches the liver into the anterior abdominal wall. Here is the in the front of this anterior abdominal wall present, so it attaches the anterior abdominal wall and the diaphragma. So I will write here, you will not confuse it. It attaches the liver, the anterior abdominal wall and diaphragm. So all three part attached like this. This ligament attach the liver, anterior abdominal part of the anterior abdominal wall and the diaphragma. So it connect 3 parts like anterior abdominal wall, diaphragma and the liver. So this is the falciform ligament. Second ligament is the ligament teres. I already said about this. Ligament teres also called the round ligament. So here is the round ligament, and this is the remnant. You all know the round ligament is the remnant of the umbilical vein which are present in the embryo. In the embryo it is a umbilical vein present, and it is a remnant of the umbilical vein. So I will write it is a remnant of umbilical vein. So this is a remnant of the umbilical vein. Here is the round ligament are present. Here is the round ligament. This is the falciform ligament. And ligament venosum. Ligament venosum is same like ligament. Here is the ligament venosum. It is present. I already said in the previous diagram ligament venosum. Here is not visible ligament venosum, but in previous diagram I already said you here is the ligament venosum present. Ligament venosum, it is also remnant of ductus ligament. You all know the in embryo ductus ligament are present, and after the birth it converted into the ligamentum venosum. So it is a ligament venosum, it is a remnant of the ductus ligament. So please learn this. Ligament teres is the remnant of the umbilical vein, and ligament venosum is the remnant of the ductus venosum. So I will write here, it is a remnant of ductus venosum. Please learn this, because in examination he will ask it is a remnant of which. Second, now I will discuss fourth is the right triangular ligament and the left triangular ligament. Right triangular ligament cover the right part of the liver, and left triangular ligament cover the leftmost portion of the liver. Here is the right part of the liver, this is the left part of the liver. So right triangular ligament, this is the right triangular ligament, it cover the rightmost portion of the liver, and left triangular ligament, it cover the left portion of the liver. So I will highlight this also. This is the right triangular ligament, this is the left triangular ligament, and I will write like it, right triangular, it covers the right lobe of liver, and it cover the left lobe of liver. It cover the left lobe of liver. Now coronary ligament. Coronary ligament, this is also ligament of the liver, and it attaches the liver to the diaphragma, kidney, and like adrenal gland. You know that diaphragma, kidney, and adrenal gland present in near to this. So coronary ligament, which attach the, this ligament attach the attach liver, diaphragma, and the kidney, and also some portion of the adrenal gland. So I will write here, it attached the liver to the diaphragm, kidney, and some part of the adrenal gland. Here I will show you, this is the coronary ligament, it attaches the liver to the diaphragma, kidney, and the adrenal gland. So this is the coronary ligament. Two ligament, it is a connection with the like gastric system of our body, like hepatoduodenal ligament, it connection with the duodenum, and hepatogastric ligament connection with the stomach part of the. So hepatoduodenum, it connect the liver to the diaphragma, and duodenum, it connect liver to the duodenum, and hepatogastric, it connects the liver to lesser curvature of stomach. So please learn all ligaments of the liver. There are, I already wrote about the, there are 6 to 8 ligaments connects with the liver. First is the falciform ligament, it attaches the liver anterior abdominal wall and the diaphragma. Second is the ligament teres and ligament venosum, this is the remnant type of the ligament. Ligament teres is the remnant of the umbilical vein, and ligament venosum is the remnant of the ductus venosum. Another ligament like right triangular ligament and the left triangular ligament. Right triangular ligament cover the right portion of the liver, and left triangular ligament cover the left portion of the liver. Coronary ligament, it attaches the liver to the diaphragma, kidney, and the abdomen and the adrenal gland. So here is the large portion of the coronary ligament, it cover the different part, connect with the different part of the liver and the diaphragma, kidney, and the glands, adrenal gland. And hepatoduodenal ligament, it connect the liver to the duodenum, it cover the connect the liver to the duodenum, and hepatogastric ligament, it connect the liver to the lesser curvature of the stomach. Please learn this, lesser curvature of the stomach. So this is the ligaments of the liver. These all are the ligaments of the liver. Here is the coronary ligament also present, and the all ligaments of the liver. Please learn the ligament, it is very important. Let's apply to the liver. Please learn this. There are dual type of blood circulation occur in the liver. Dual type of blood circulation. Please learn this because it is a very important. Double blood circulation present in the liver. I will explain how is this occur. There are dual type of the blood circulation occur in the liver. First, through the hepatic artery, we supply the oxygenated blood to the liver, and second is the hepatic portal vein. It supply the deoxygenated type of the blood to the liver. Hepatic artery, you already know the hepatic artery, it is a branch of the abdominal aorta. If you didn't know, I will try to explain, but you will check the complete chat about the abdominal aorta branches where it give the different branches. Now I will make a small chart of the abdominal aorta so you will know about the hepatic artery. Abdominal aorta. Abdominal aorta give the branches. Abdominal aorta give branches, two branches. First of all, it give the two branches, parietal branches and the visceral branches. Parietal and visceral branches, and visceral branches also give the two branches like paired branches and unpaired branches. I will not write all type of the artery supply, but I will try to explain you about the hepatic artery. So I will write only the hepatic artery. The unpaired branches, it also give the branches like celiac trunk, superior mesenteric artery, and the inferior mesenteric artery. In the celiac trunk, it give the different branches like left gastric, common hepatic branches, and also the splenic artery. So now I will focus only this common hepatic artery and common hepatic branches. It give the hepatic artery proper branches. So these arteries supply to the liver. So please learn this artery, hepatic artery proper, and it's applied to the liver. So this is the hepatic artery, it's applied to the, this is the hepatic artery, also called hepatic artery proper, which supply the oxygenated blood to the liver. So I will write the, it supply the oxygenated blood, but hepatic portal vein supply the deoxygenated blood to the liver. I will explain how this occur. Here I made a diagram, like you will learn from this, like heart. Here I already said that the heart give the abdominal aorta from the heart. It's the abdominal aorta from the heart, it's come, and it give the celiac artery. I already said that celiac trunk, it give the artery and goes to the hepatic and goes to the liver, and it's called common hepatic artery and give the hepatic artery proper branches to the liver. It's called hepatic artery. Normally he said that it's called hepatic artery, and it's applied to the blood, oxygenated blood to the liver. Second is the hepatic portal vein. Where it come, hepatic portal vein, you will see that this is the different type of the organs like colons, small intestine, pancreas, stomach, and spleen. All from all these organs, like all these parts, small capillaries come out, and it contain the bloods which contain the different part. It contain the deoxygenated type of the blood and come from outside and go all from all this, it goes to the liver through the portal vein. So it's called hepatic portal vein. It's through the portal circulation, it's go to the all, goes to the liver. It contain the deoxygenated blood, and it also contain the nutrient, like from the different organ, it contain the nutrient and transport to the liver. So this, it is also transport the liver blood to the liver, and also this hepatic artery transport the blood to the liver. So there are dual type of the double circulation occur in the liver. First occur by the hepatic artery and second occur by the hepatic portal vein. So liver carry two types of blood circulation, dual type of blood circulation, hepatic artery and hepatic portal vein. Hepatic artery transport the oxygenated blood and hepatic portal vein transport the deoxygenated blood. So and it contain the, in the deoxygenated blood it contains means it carries blood from different part of the, like from spleen, stomach, pancreas. You will see all organ, spleen, stomach, pancreas, small intestine and large intestine like colons. So from this it transport the blood through the portal vein to the liver, and it also which contain, it's also concern which contain, I already said that, which contains some nutrients and also macronutrients. So it transport the to the liver. So there are dual type of the blood circulation to the liver. After that, from the these hepatic veins, like deoxygenated blood from this liver through the hepatic vein and carries to the inferior vena cava. I already said. So oxygenated blood carry by the hepatic artery and deoxygenated blood also carry by the hepatic portal vein to the liver, and from the liver hepatic vein transport the deoxygenated blood to the inferior vena cava. So deoxygenated blood transported by the hepatic vein, and from this organ deoxygenated blood transported and to the liver through the portal vein. So there are two types of the blood circulation to the liver. Now the functions of the liver, there are different because I already said in the previous of the this video, there it is a largest glandular organ, so its function is also very much. I will discuss the functions of the liver. Function of the liver, like different function. First of all I will discuss metabolism. In the metabolism, liver, like it metabolize the different part, and it is like proteins, carbohydrates and carbohydrates, and also it convert the T4 into the T3, also help the T4 conversion of T4 into the T3. So it's a metabolism. Second is the, like it help in the protein synthesis. Protein synthesis, you know, protein synthesis, like different type of protein synthesis, like albumin, globulin, lipoproteins, prothrombins. These are the different protein synthesis occur by the liver, and also liver help in the production of the bile juice. Production of bile, I already said, please learn this. Production of bile occur by the liver, but concentration of the bile occur by the gallbladder. So production of the bile and also production of the cholesterol occur by the liver. These are the function, please learn this. These are the functions of the liver. Production of the cholesterol, also it help in the storage of the glycogens, vitamins and minerals. So these also help in the storage of different like vitamins, minerals, and also help in the activation of the enzyme. Different types of the enzyme activation of enzymes. And I already said the storage of vitamins, like fat soluble vitamin, vitamin A, D, E, K. These are the fat soluble vitamins, so it is stored by the liver. And also vitamin B12 storage occur by the liver. So these are the functions of the liver. Please learn all this, and all are important, very important. So please, all the functions of the liver and also blood supply. If you have any doubt, so ask me in the comment section. Also you will ask in on my Instagram profile. Thank you so much. If you like, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.